Hello everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, a realm, not even a Realm Reborn, Heavensward. Oh god, I got it wrong. Heavensward. We're still doing the patches after finishing the main story. Sorry, I'm a little bit flustered at the beginning of the stream because I'm sitting here sort of with the stream counting down, ready to start, and I'm just being smacked in the face with bad stream quality. So I'm not sure if that is actually a YouTube error and everything's fine, or whether or not it's just not working out. But yeah, my OBS says that I'm dropping frames constantly and not able to send enough video to YouTube to maintain smooth streaming. So I've just been having a look at this, hoping it would just give me a green light and improve. But let me know the performance and if this whole thing is going okay, so you can alleviate some concerns, because I can't really tell on my end. So if everything is all good, please let me know. We're going to jump into the game and log in and give it a good old attempt. I shouldn't really be having any issues, so hopefully they'll subside. But thank you so much for waiting, and I'm excited to continue playing today. We finished one of the patches, that sort of quest line, I believe, and now we are due to continue the next one. And I think that's basically all we have to get to. Stuttering earlier? Okay. Okay. Yeah, it seems like there would be some stuttering. That's what the game was, that's what I was being told, and I was like, maybe it'll mellow out. So we will be doing the quest as it once was to continue the main scenario. Nicholas, you are in for a treat. Final Fantasy X is near and dear to my heart. Absolutely. I love that game so much. I would say it's in the top 3. I would say it's my 3rd favorite Final Fantasy. So you are definitely in for a treat. So, as it once was, Tartaru is waiting to share good tidings with you in Alphino. Alphino, Omega, I've been looking all over for you. We've received news regarding Philemon, Hoary Boulder, and Coltonay. Really? Has something happened? No, it's nothing bad. Quite the opposite, in fact. It seems that once they learned the Scions' good name had been restored, they boarded the next ship bound for Limsa Lominsa. They should be arriving any moment now. It's easy to forget how useful link pearls are, isn't it? When they work, I mean. And you don't mind being spied on. Hey, I'm glad that you enjoyed the Subnautica and the Uncharted series. I've played I've played the reboot Tomb Raider trilogy before YouTube already, and I enjoyed it a lot. I think Rise of the Tomb Raider was my favorite of the 3, but they were really, really enjoyable. I will be planning on playing the older Tomb Raider games on the channel eventually. Survival games is unlikely, because it doesn't really mesh well with how I prefer to play, I think, or what I like to have in my games that I play. Blaze and Mobius, welcome, welcome. quite, but what wonderful news to think that our reunion is close at hand. A pleasure to see you too, Alphino. Ah, Thancred and Kryl. What brings the two of you here? Kryl or Krill? Or Krille? If it was Krille, there'd probably be an accent on the E. I want to say Kryl. Kryl and I have been looking into how we might track down Minfilia. And we may just have found the answer. Philippe, welcome to the stream. Omega, when you were fleeing Uldar with Minfilia, you said that Hydaelyn spoke to her shortly before you parted ways, yes? Well, assuming that is true, and I see no reason to suspect that it is not, it seems reasonable to conclude that Hydaelyn commanded her to remain behind. That is to say, the Mother Crystal directly interceded to guide Minfilia. Admittedly, this is all still quite hypothetical, but I propose that such an intervention, however subtle, must surely leave some residual trace, a lingering disturbance in the ether, or ripple, if you will. In order to establish the existence of such ripples, of course, we will require suitable data. Fortunately, I know where such data can be found, the battleground where Omega felled the Ultima weapon, and the site of my personal ignominy. We're going back to Ultima weapon. 'Twas there that Hydaelyn intervened to shield him from the magic I invoked. Kryl and I will infiltrate the castrum and analyze the ether therein. The two of you, alone. I have a proven knack for subterfuge, and I am confident there will be sufficient nooks and crannies in which to hide Kryl while the patrols pass. Besides, if you and Omega come along, who will see Farmin's grand homecoming? When you put it like that, very well, I will trust in your plan. I know not whether this data will yield a means to find Minfilia, but it will at the very least eliminate another avenue of inquiry. Tartaru and I will return to the Rising Stones and make preparations for our comrades' return. Might I impose upon you to meet them at the Lominsa docks? Then I shall see the four of you at the Rising Stones. Safe travels. Quest accepted. It's great to be playing more Final Fantasy XIV, Blaze. I was just like behind on a lot of things and I wasn't able to stream over the past week, so I kind of pushed everything back by a week because I needed to prioritize recording the actual videos on the channel. My breakfast order got cancelled, guys. How sad. I was so excited for my breakfast. My delivery driver ran into an issue. Well, what if he decides to just not run into issues next time? I wonder what it was. I've already eaten, but, you know, what about second breakfast, you know? That's what I was thinking. I feel like taking the long way to this pathway instead of using my Aetheryte ticket for once. Let's take the stroll. Will I stream Rebirth at launch? I will be playing it at launch 1000%. I'm more sure of that than anything in my life. But but I may have a little bit of a delay in posting it on the channel. I'll give it a little bit of time, but I will 100% be playing it. Way too excited to not play it immediately. Philomen. Oh, Omega, how have you been? Come here, let me have a good look at you. Oh, yes, I remember. This was, Catwoman. Gotcha. Maybe the place... No, the place is open for breakfast. Maybe I'll just try again. It might have just been the delivery driver having an issue themselves. I'm tempted to try again, but I might eat from somewhere else. Maybe it's a sign to eat from somewhere else. Thank the 12, one hears the strangest tales in foreign lands. I worried about you all every day. We would have sent word sooner, but the Braves afforded us no opportunity. When they fell upon us in the market, it was all we could do to escape. Tartaru found her way to you, of course, but we were forced to seek shelter aboard a Hannish vessel. It pained us not being there when you needed us most. But we made the most of it, didn't we, Coltonay? Studied and trained from dusk till dawn, we did. We would have sent word sooner, but we knew not whom to trust, and with the vast distance. But those dark days are behind us at last. I shall be glad indeed to return home and speak with my daughter. We do love Cat Mum. You've never seen Limsa so empty? Probably Australian server moment. I also think you may experience some stuttering on the stream again, because it looks like it's dropping once more. So it seems that my morning is cursed in multiple ways. So I apologize for that. It is out of my control, sadly. Just one of those days. What do you mean she's missing? How could you let this happen? Forgive me, I'm sure you're doing everything in your power to find her. As Thancred must be, he watched over her from the first, long before me, and he will watch over her to the last. I shall pray for her safe return and busy myself in the meantime. For a certainty, there is much and more to be done. The Braves may have bloodied us, but the path remains, and we shall not be swayed from it. Aye, that's the spirit. To the Scions, and a long overdue reunion. Huzzah! Nod. Well, there you have it. To the Rising Stones. Sfangal, thank you so much for the kind words. I will forever try my best to be as enthusiastic as possible, but in a genuine way, of course. I'm glad you appreciate it. But yeah, we're currently on a Monday morning, so I don't expect Final Fantasy XIV to be massively stacked.
And with that, I believe we are ready to proceed.
Voice acting jump scare.
Let us see about our business then. The next patrol may not be so credulous.
Subterfuge.
Why must you be so disappointingly brusque? You're not at all as Minfilia described, you know. I don't think you've favoured me with so much as a single compliment since we set out. Tell me, did your time in the wilderness sap you of all your charm? Or are you holding it in reserve for your beloved?
Ooh.
This is neither the time nor the place.
Well, call me old-fashioned, but when I'm risking life and limb infiltrating an Imperial castrum, I like to be sure of my comrades' motivations.
I see now where Alphino gets it from. Minfilia is dear to me. It is true. But not in the way you think.
It's not like that.
15 years passed when she was still but a child. There was an incident at a parade. A gubu broke free of its fetters and ran amok through the streets of Ul'dah. Had I been more attentive, I could have prevented it. But I was distracted, and her father was killed.
Jesus.
I feared she would never recover. But in the years that followed, she showed herself to be more resilient than I had ever imagined. And when she learned of her gift, she did not flinch from the responsibility, but sought to guide others on the path. She touched the hearts of all around her. Mine, Louisoix, every Scions. In those dark days following the calamity, she was our guiding light, our hope for a brighter future.
Louisoix.
She had so many dreams, and I would give anything to make them come true.
Yeah, it is weird seeing his, was it, heterochromia? Heterochromia?
My apologies. I can see she means the world to you. I did not mean to pick at old scars.
He's having a Yoda moment with his eyes.
No harm done, I assure you. But fair is fair, my lady. What is Minfilia to you?
You mean you don't know? Only my dearest friend. When I finally emerged from my torpor, I learned that nary a day had passed without her asking after me. She never gave up hope. And neither will I.
Then for Minfilia's sake, let us pray that these vestiges of Hydaelyn's intervention will lead us to her.
Best of luck. Alright, I think I found a new breakfast place. They look like they've got some nice breakfast food. Sucuk, Turkish sausage, kake, with tomato, olive, capsicum, and mozzarella cheese. That's a nice little breakfast thing. Might add some stuff in there though. I feel like it could have a little bit of halloumi in there. I was thinking maybe some egg, but maybe some bacon. Customize it a little bit. I'm gonna get some spinach in there too. Make it a proper meal. I always prefer to get like my breakfast from places that at least have like a nice like juice or smoothie arrangement. Unfortunately, this place doesn't. That's okay. I will just drink water As much as my silly little brain is always like, you must have a sweet drink when you eat food. Alright, I think I'll just have that. And then we get to have a verdict when it arrives. So juk with halloumi, bacon, and spinach extras, baby. This place also has a 20% off promotion. That's much better. There you go. Do I plan on changing jobs? Yes, Mobius answered. I would eventually be doing Gunbreaker because I wish to live my dreams of a gunblade man. It feels good to be home again. To think that everyone is waiting for us just beyond those doors, friends and family with whom we've shared so much. Gods help me, but the older I get, the more sentimental I become. Come, let us not keep them waiting. Yeah, don't worry. I pronounced Burju's name wrong once, and I will never have to make that mistake ever again. I've been educated. I've got a Turkish tongue now. I love this music. Speak with Scions and the Rising Stones. We have not been here in a long time. Alian, Ephemy, it fills my heart with joy to see you both hale and healthy. And what of Higiri? She is well, though abroad on a mission at present. Just wasn't the same without you. Welcome back, my lady. Makes the most sense for the Warrior of Light to be a tank? Nah. Makes the most sense for the Warrior of Light to be a gardener. A botanist, if you will. But nah, Dragoon's great too. I love being a Dragoon, especially for Heavensward. That was just the greatest. We could do with more of that around here. Heartfelt reunions with stalwart companions brings a bloody tear to the eye. Yeah, but Dragoons are dragon warriors, still. To secret oneself in a ship's hold to secure safe passage to a faraway land. This is a tale we know all too well. When they are well rested, I should like to seek a formal introduction. Why wait, my friend? Come, there's no need to be shy. Pray grant me a moment longer at least, though I am happy to oblige you. My legs are rather less accommodating. Glad though I am to be home, I cannot but think of those who have yet to return. Once we have settled in, I would join the search. Oh, cha, what in the seven hells drove my little brother to come to Mordana? Why, you, brother, and the Scions, of course. For 1,000 days I trained that I might grow as strong as you, that I might fight alongside you. Yet now that you are here, I sense you have surpassed me once more. No, do not tell me. You've trained with the Hanish, did you not? Your eyes do not deceive, brother. I have studied the trials of the braves and drunk deep of the souls of mine enemies. I think, touch wood, everything seems pretty stabilized now, which is nice. So I'm expecting it to all explode soon. It's been so long since I've seen them all like this. Too long. 'Twas the chaos born of my foolish ambition which forced them to flee. Though they are returned, the others are yet missing, others who we cannot forsake. We'll find them, Alphino, I know we will. Minfilia, Ida, Papalimo, every last one. That's the little tease we got at the end of last patch as well, is Ida and Papalimo doing their thing with a group of people at the moment. But we've seen them. Minfilia is the only one that's really just been, like, kept hidden, kept secret. And Urianger is doing some dealings with the Scions at the moment, which has been set up since A Realm Reborn's ending. And when they walk through those doors, we'll be here to welcome them home. With me at the head of the queue, of course. You can just feel the nod coming. Alphino is eager to return to the search of Minfilia. We get a Pororogo minion! Oh my god! Frog minion! Oh my god. As soon as I'm like, I've got my koala and I'm happy, they give me a frog wizard. Oh my god. Okay. I have to. We're getting treated well with these minions, let me tell you. So happy. Thancred and Cryle contacted us a short while ago. It seemed that their foray into Castrum Meridianum bore fruit. Fantasy location names. Castrum Meridianum. They ask that we rendezvous with them in Ishgard in Idleshire, where they will share their findings. Rude, though, is it to depart without speaking to the guest of honor. I expect she will forgive me if I return with her daughter. Will we find Minfilia? Let us find out. You know what's a significant problem on YouTube? Not enough Final Fantasy XIV fans in my community. Where are they? Where are they? It's a severe issue. Where are all the Final Fantasy XIV players? And why are they not collectively located right here? That is true. I did used to play it on Twitch, but I think Twitch was just not enjoyable because I also had, like, not only did I have like barely any viewers on Twitch anyway, the advertisements were crazy and I couldn't customize them at all. It's kind of unfortunate that Twitch and YouTube is broken up like that, and then all the people that want to watch Final Fantasy XIV for some reason are just stuck on the one platform. That's a shame. You guys have to put out the word. You have to spread the good word of Apocalypse Final Fantasy XIV playthrough. Get people over here. I'll never be, you know, crying over streaming for 13 people, but I would love to stream for more. My apologies, I see I'm the last to arrive. So, what news have you for us? Well, as we postulated, there were indeed what appeared to be the remnants of an unexplained disturbance in the ether at the scene of the Ultima weapon's destruction, a ripple at odds with the presiding pattern. Though faint, the waveforms bore a strong resemblance to those observed following the destruction of the Isle of Val, when I believed Hydaelyn shielded me with the blessing of light. To confirm our findings, we paid a visit to the Sildil aqueducts. There we detected the same waveform, but orders of magnitude larger, as one would expect of a more recent disturbance. You can stream on both, but that's also a headache that I don't know that I can be bothered with. Also, at the same time, Twitch has some interesting rules about their sort of partner program, like affiliate and partner programs, because they like to claim you and own you, so they don't like the idea of multi-streaming. And also, yeah, I just think Twitch was a bit of a pain. It wasn't worth it, because, like I said, when I was streaming on Twitch, it was still like the same amount of people anyway, you know? So it's not like I'm not streaming on Twitch and losing out on many, many more viewers, you know? I think it's just Final Fantasy fans in general, which is so unfortunate, because like Final Fantasy is my my favorite series of all time. You know, I've grown up with it. I love it. I adore it. It's my baby. And I have playthroughs on the channel. I will continue to have playthroughs on the channel. And I'm just like, where are the Final Fantasy fans? Where are they? Hopefully when I start doing some blind playthroughs for maybe older, more classic Final Fantasy games as well, that will get some new people in the community. That would be really nice. Because I haven't played the original 6 games. So at the moment I just have the Final Fantasy VII Remake, Final Fantasy 16, and 14 as like my first time playthroughs. Hydaelyn, there is no other explanation. But there is more. When I studied the site where Y'shtola used flow, it appeared that not two but 3 beings had been affected. Yet unlike Y'shtola and Thancred, there was no trail to follow. Our unknown third party was simply there, and then not there. Now, recall your visions of a vast crystal floating in a sea of ether. Though this too is but a theory, studies of gifted subjects suggest that, when communing with Hydaelyn, we briefly leave our bodies behind. So let us consider the facts. Hydaelyn interceded. 2. A third being was caught in Y'shtola's flow and vanished without a trace. And 3. Hydaelyn may have the capacity to summon the consciousness of gifted individuals to her side. You are implying, I take it, that Hydaelyn guided Minfilia into the compass of my magic, that she might summon her body and soul unto the ethereal sea? In which case, we must needs continue our search there. For a blessing, the means to do so already exists. I speak of the Antitower, a Charlayan construction conceived to provide scholars a vantage point over the ethereal sea. Though I know not where its entrance lies, we need only ask its last custodian, a contrary old crone who, for another blessing, refused to join the Exodus. Master Matoya was the keeper of the Antitower? I had no idea. Then our course is clear. We must petition her aid once again. Oh, I am on point with my character's nods today. Every single one. New raids, ultimate raids that drop once a year. Yeah, okay. That's fair. The world's first raids are always really popular in games. But damn it, blind playthroughs of the story is important too. God, where can I... How do I get to this area? Jesus. Where's my crystal? Pain. I guess we're going here. Yes, we fly. We fly indeed. But if you're me, you literally have no fucking sense of direction whatsoever, so... I always get a little bit annoyed whenever it just says adjoining area, because I kind of wish that it, when you highlighted it, it said where it would go to. So then I know where specifically I need to head. But we're going this way. I'm not sure which classic one I'll start with. That's the good thing about Final Fantasy, is you can jump around whenever you want. Like, I could go just in order from 1 to 6. Start from the beginning. I am undecided. Says it when you zoom in. Oh, like... Oh, okay. So that is the... It's like right next to it. Gotcha. What would I do without my chat during 14? I swear to God. This is still a beautiful little mystery, waiting for this to continue. My breakfast is successfully on its way this time. That's nice. Oh, what a surprise. Well, what secrets have you come to extract from me this time? Ah, though it pains me to admit it, your words strike close to the mark. We humbly ask that you grant us entry to the Antitower, that we might use it to seek a friend who we believe has been transported to the Ethereal Sea. And who told you I could do such a thing, I wonder? That's so cute. The tower was abandoned to its magical keepers 15 years ago. They have the run of the place now. If that is no deterrent to you, then by all means. Is that all? I felt sure you would seek to dissuade us from our course, given your role as custodian. Role? Hardly. The Forum foisted the title on me. During the Exodus, every entrance to the Antitower was sealed, save one. And it's right there. My role consists making sure no one with ill intent sneaks through it. Such was the forum's final order to me. Dungeon time? Okay. Dungeon time. Well, I can remove the wards right now. Will you be going or not? We will, Master Matoya. We will do whatever it takes to find Minfilia. We'll see about that. You, Baldesian girl. Baldesian girl? Baldesian girl. You're staying here with me. I need your help to restore the wards to their original state. The rest of you can go on the condition that you clean up the mess in the tower. If you encounter any unruly familiars, you're to tend to them. Those are my terms, and I'll hear no argument. Well, it appears the mistress has spoken. Lead the way, Omega. The Antitower. What do you mean, second one? What are you referring to? Ah. Well, here's the thing about me and my lovely brain is I forgot how I pronounced it the second time. Baldesian? Yeah, I think to get onto the Oceanic servers, you gotta just fully commit and just join all the way over here. That's the beautiful thing about Australia. You just have to move here and just stay here, because it's great. Look at the frog eye movements. So, Burju is Matoya in 50 years. This is me in 50 years. Baldesian. Okay. There you go. Baldesian. Enter the Antitower with a party of other players. In all of creation, what greater mystery could there be than the fate of this very star? To sound the deepest depths, to study the ethereal sea itself. For these purposes and more was the Antitower built, abandoned by her Charlayan caretakers following the Exodus. It has since been overrun by the magical guardians they left behind. Yet were one blessed with her gift to brave these dangers and descend to the further reaches. To hear, feel, and think at the heart of this world, what would they find? So the average wait time is less than 5 minutes. This is going to be the race. Will my food arrive, and will I be able to pick it up at the door in the 3 minutes that he's due in before this party begins? We need 2 other people. Where are the unemployed Final Fantasy XIV gamers playing on a Monday morning that don't have to go to work? Yes. So here's this beautiful thing about the world is different time zones exist and different hemispheres. There's 2 hemispheres. And it is currently Monday morning. 7:40 in the morning. There is unfortunately not a universal time zone, sadly. We do not have one of those and never have. The more you know. You can do this with NPCs, but I would prefer to do this with Mobius and 2 other people. But if it comes to that and I'm forced to do it with the NPCs, then I will. But we'll see. Well, I used to play on the Primal NA server on Exodus, and that was obviously a lot busier, so I didn't really have as much trouble. It's something that you don't really think of at the time when you move over to an Australian server, because your brain just goes, ooh, Australian server. Oh, I gotta leave queue to get the party added? Okay. Well, that will at least still get us 3 out of 4. Well, welcome to the Australian server, I suppose. There are dozens of us. Dozens! Alright, well, while this party gets arranged, I'm gonna grab my food. Food has arrived. Ugh. Yeah, Final Fantasy VIII absolutely needs a remake. On a scale almost as bigger than the Final Fantasy VII one, for sure. But I think they'll do something different with Final Fantasy IX. There's the green is going to be removed because it's green screen, but that's spinach. That's some spanch. See, I'm one of those crazy people. I like the junction system. I love Final Fantasy VIII. It's my second favorite Final Fantasy game. What booted us from the queue? What did you do? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's almost kind of impossible for me to play Final Fantasy VIII without grinding as much as possible at the start, because it's just so fun. So when I eventually replay the game and do like a replay playthrough on the channel with Final Fantasy VIII, it's going to be interesting because I'm going to try and play it straight and like not break the game, which will be one of my, pretty much my first time doing that since I played it as a kid. So it'd be kind of fun to like take it at a normal intended pace instead of just destroying the game system at the start. I think that'll be fun. This is very yummy, by the way. The extras was a good choice. Final Fantasy VIII is also one of those games where it's really hard for me not to 100% it. Like, I will want to do every single thing in the game. Like, I love Triple Triad so much. I'm glad you got to witness that story time of Final Fantasy VIII in the 16 playthrough. Yeah, that was funny. Because, like, yeah, Final Fantasy 16, genuinely, I was like, I haven't felt this way since I'm playing a Final Fantasy game since I was a kid. And then, like, specifically the battle theme in 16 is so much like 8's battle theme. It's crazy. Philippe, I'm so glad you have that opinion, because I say this every time the soundtracks for Final Fantasy comes up, is I think Final Fantasy VIII is Nobuo Uematsu's best soundtrack. It's his magnum opus. Final Fantasy VIII is just magic. I love, like, Final Fantasy VII is my favorite game, but 8 is the best soundtrack. And, like, Final Fantasy X's music is mind-blowing as well. Like, it really is so good for that game. And then Nobuo Uematsu was like, I'm just going to come in and do the 7 remake and make the soundtrack even better. And that was also incredible. 7 remake soundtrack was really, really good, so I'm excited for Rebirth. But, like, no person who listens to Man with a Machine Gun can tell me that there is a better battle theme. Yeah, where's that one more DPS player at? I just can't believe that, yes, there it is. I just can't believe that Rebirth is coming out in February. Like, that release date was nuts. Oh my god, please. Oh my god, why am I so bad at this? Can you tell that I don't chat? My god. I should have done it in the party, shouldn't I? The ping wasn't the reason why I switched. It was just because they added a Australian server, so it just felt appropriate. I mean, in hindsight, I probably should have just stayed, but like, I kind of felt like the game would be bigger here still, but I guess it wasn't. Yeah, like, it's been an appropriate amount of time between the remake and Rebirth, but it was just like, February was unexpected. For some reason I was thinking like middle to the end of 2024. Oh my god. We're fighting the Progos. Dude, look at these creature designs. Amazing. Froggo minion. Exactly, I'm so excited for the frog minion. Love getting launched across these platforms. And also, you're so right, because the boss battle theme for Final Fantasy VIII is so good, but I'm just thinking, like, Man with a Machine Gun being, like, as a general battle theme, not excluding boss battle themes, because they always go so hard. But they cooked with that soundtrack, let me tell you. Uematsu was like, I'm gonna do a masterpiece real quick, hold up. And people sleep on 8 because they didn't get it. And I played Final Fantasy IX one time and one time only in 2018, and I have regrets because I kind of wish that I just did it so then I could do a blind playthrough of it on the channel. But I will eventually do a definitive Final Fantasy IX playthrough as well, because I kind of just rushed through. I didn't rush through the game, but I bought like the remaster, so I was inclined to like play the game with like the speed boosts and everything, so I kind of just went through the game really quickly. kind of regret that. So it's my intention to do Final Fantasy IX some justice when I play it. And experience all the things that I missed as well, because I kind of focused on the main story as well. I have been turned into a frog. Final Fantasy XVI deserves the best OST for this year, let me tell you. Zero Rogo finished! Nice. Also, just by the way, thank you everybody for your patience as well, because I know that, like, live streams are very different to pre-recorded stuff. Like, you've got to kind of sit and wait with me, and I can't just edit it out. Look at my, like, zooming through the sky. But yeah, thank you for your patience of actually, like, waiting through with me. I appreciate people sitting and watching. And then we can have some fun Final Fantasy related conversations at least. Yeah, anyone and everyone is welcome if they want to start another character or anything and join in and play. I won't ever say no to anyone wanting to tag along. This music is so kind of soft and nice. Which means I think it's going to get to a point where it's going to go ham. I feel like I'm being, like, slowly played music to sleep to. It's very beautiful. For a very magical location. They definitely always impress whenever they show a dungeon. They're like, we're gonna show you some visual feast. Ziggy? Oh my god. Ziggy save everyone! Ziggy hero! Oh my god, this is amazing. Yeah, we'll definitely check out some alternate dungeons as well. It's definitely on the cards. Same with doing the extreme trials and yada yada yada, all that kind of stuff. Ah! What the fuck? Oh, I've been targeted. I'm hiding. You can't get me through this thing, right? Oh god, oh god, oh god. I think I'm doing well. Alright, there, the music's heating up now, baby. I knew it would start heating up. Yeah, I feel like people who played Baldur's Gate 3 this year would like have that at their top. Apparently that's a really good soundtrack, but yeah, Final Fantasy 16, they just incredible. Also, to be able to record the Final Fantasy 16 soundtrack in the way that it is, with having numerous health issues along the way, like, legendary behavior. Like, I don't want to get it wrong, but I think it was cancer. Yeah, Soken is amazing. And the Final Fantasy XIV soundtrack has been incredible as well. Just very continuous, great quality. Hey, no worries at all, Birchu. Thank you for joining in. Have a good night. You can put on the ending song to Final Fantasy 16. It'll be like a lullaby. One of the most beautiful ending themes I've ever had the pleasure of wanting to cry my heart out to. I love that we're on the ceiling. This is so fun. We're upside down. Wind up Vikings. Raymond, Alien Isolation is so good. I had so much fun playing that game. Definitely much longer than I thought it would be, but such an incredible horror game. It's mind-blowing how we do not have a follow-up to that, and they're just endlessly obsessed with aliens instead. I hope you enjoy Mass Effect. We got a couple of people in the server playing Mass Effect for the first time at the moment, which is really cool. I knew it was gonna go. I knew we were being led into something weird, dude. I was like, this is gonna hit in a minute. I fucking knew it. Creepy doll girls, okay. Unexpected. This is not the music I was expecting. Clear, wear all witness, okay? Jesus Christ. Sorry guys, I'm here. What the fuck? Okay. Brina and Kalka. Oh, they're not super strong. Oh! Oh my god, they have death beam eyes. The death beam sound effects. Okay, ready for... Okay, I was like, there's no way that this is gonna be the end. Oh, of course, yeah. Holy fuck! Of course, it's wearing a giant metal nappy. Now, this was to be expected. They love to fuse the bosses, don't they? This is fucking cool. She's gonna poop. She's gonna poop. Oh shit. What the fuck? Oh my god. Does that mean that, yeah, you have to like defeat me and then I turn back into... Oh my god. Wild. Nuts. It is insane behavior. It would be slamming that fucking ground too. Having a big old tantrum. I'm stunned. I'm about to turn into a doll again, aren't I? Wait, what the fuck? I'm confused. I'm attacking my teammate? Oh my god. I didn't even realize I was confused. Jesus. Oh my lord. Well, that was fun. That was not creepy at all. That was super enjoyable. My lord. Peaceful little dungeon. And of course, everyone leaves so quickly that I can't even pass any, like, recommendations. That's something that's, like, a little bit sad as well. Like, you can't even give commendations to people because they just run away straight away. It should be, like, an automatic thing. Not automatic, but, like, there should be a little bit more focus on that. Hydaelyn is near.
Hear, feel, think.
Hello.
Time and space hast thou journeyed unto me, as I knew thou wouldst. We are the word of the mother. We, who were once called Minfilia.
What? Okay. So Minfilia's been taken and been, like, repurposed as a vessel for Hydaelyn?
Much time hath passed for thee since the bloody banquet, since I hearkened to her word. Mother, Hydaelyn guided me towards Y'shtola and Thancred, that I might be swept up in their flow. and delivered unto the ethereal sea.
Yeah, Hydaelyn stole Minfilia. Wild. We've been, like, wondering how she's going to return with everybody else. Hydaelyn was like, no, sorry. How often do I stream? Not, like, super set schedule, as much as that would be lovely. I just haven't really been able to maintain it at the moment, with also a lot of pre-recorded stuff. It's easier for streamers to have their schedule because all they do is stream, I guess. But it's mostly just like, I'll schedule a stream a few days in advance, so you'll be able to see them on the live channel. And then that's it.
There, adrift and alone, her voice silent once more, I prayed. For those we had lost, for those we can yet save. To her I would make an offering. We speak now with one voice, one will, one word. Unto thee we bequeath the most precious of gifts, the truth which lieth at the heart of this world. Thus do we beseech thee once more. Hear, feel, think.
Damn, so we've got like a human vessel for Hydaelyn to just kind of speak to us through. I don't know how I feel about this. This feels creepy.
Before there was life, in the depths of the ethereal sea, light and dark did once dwell as one.
This is such a classic, like, fly with me through time and space while I give you some historic exposition. It's so classic. Very on brand. Come, champion, fly with me.
But the darkness coveted power, and the balance was broken. Thus was I forced to banish him unto the distant heavens, to forever remain apart, a moon bound. In sundering the star did we cry out, and the barriers twixt planes chanced to falter.
This is also interesting because I think this is our first time hearing Minfilia's new voice actor as well, because they changed them all.
Across 10 and 3 were we then divided. Reflections of the source, each possessed of a shard. Zodiac longeth to be made whole. For his restoration, for his resurrection, his servants labor without cease. They seek to tear down the barriers which surround the source. Thus do they rejoice in their ardor, in your calamities, for each marks a rejoining.
Okay. Cosmic levels of exposition.
Have they succeeded? 7 times hath the darkness grown stronger. 7 times have I failed. The Scions cannot be suffered to continue. This is my final
Fantasy.
crystal's power is all but spent. With what remains, I will return you to the shore of the ethereal sea. Blessed children, go forth and seek. Seek.
And then she shatters? Oh my god. I do not know how I feel about that, dude. And now I have to deliver the great news to everyone.
You've had another vision, haven't you?
Oh, it was more than a vision, my man.
Let us return to Master Matoya's cave. Everyone will wish to hear what you saw.
Yes, I'm sure everyone's going to be super happy. Ooh, my nods are much more like sort of solemn now instead of being enthusiastic. They're like, yes, a reserved nod. Will I ever play Cry of Fear? One day, yes.
Still in one piece, are we?
It's on the list. Me, when I ask my friend if he's still watching the anime. Which episode are you up to? Still in one piece, are we? Episode 976.
Well, did you learn anything?
The word of the mother. I'm not sure I understand.
Nor am I. Cryle?
Thancred's mad.
As unbelievable as it sounds, I see no reason to doubt her. The word's tale. No one was more sensitive to the will of Hydaelyn than Minfilia. And if Hydaelyn has grown so weak that she can barely make herself heard, it is not hard to see why Minfilia, having joined with her, might struggle to maintain her own form.
What? Why would she need to maintain her own form? Are you saying she's gone?
I mean, we did kind of just watch her shatter into crystal.
But that cannot be! Not now. Not after all we have accomplished. We were meant to usher in the dawn's light together.
She threw herself on the fire to fuel your dawn's light, boy. You'll just have to usher it in on your own.
No, that is indeed a mop in the background. There's a few of them. We're living in Fantasia House at the moment. There's also frog wizards.
Must you be so ungentle?
Tell me about the Scions, boy.
The Scions of the Seventh Dawn lay before Eorzea's salvation. Whenever the realm is threatened, be it by Primal, Ascian, Garlean, or any other, we take up arms in her defense, that all in Eorzea may live to see a brighter tomorrow.
And that's very noble of you. But in chasing after these lofty goals of yours, you seem to have lost sight of some basic truths.
Alright, you tell him, Matoya.
To win a war, You must be willing to do whatever it takes. To fight, to kill, and if necessary, to die. The path you've chosen is paved with the dead. Walk it with your eyes open, or not at all.
I know the truth of which you speak, and have from the first. If the Scions will go to any length to resurrect their god, then we must needs be as committed to our cause, to unmask them and their schemes, and to crush them both utterly. Come, there is much to be done.
This train of thought is leading us down a dark path.
Yes, of course.
Oh, this is positive.
Thancred, wait! No, this is all wrong.
Things are not going the way that we wanted them to go. But, look, I will say that as sad as it is that Minfilia became Hydaelyn's crystal form, and she's now gone and not coming back, we can kind of at least rest easy in that we are being granted a frog minion. She's not coming back, is she? Did she do what she thought was best? Perhaps. I know that, I do. To give all for her beliefs was ever her way. So will we, as we must. What greater calling could there be than to stand against the dark as defenders of the light? And yet, where does it end? The sacrifice, the loss. Pororago minion! Let's go. Time to bust this bad boy wide open. I love how I just straight up just haven't really even used anything in this inventory. Egg. What is this game about? It is about fantasies and how final they are. That's a really broad question. I can't really answer that in easy terms. I don't need to summon. I don't need to up my minion game. I have all the minions I need. I have a koala and a frog. Oh yeah, this is my Sid. Oh shit, and my panda. You're right. There's a mountain there? What are you talking about? Am I blind? Oh, I can now summon the Mana Cutter mount. Okay. Don't mind me, guys. Oh, well, these have already been claimed, so I guess I'm just going to get rid of those. I'm very good with my items, guys. What's this mana cutter? Oh, yes. Absolutely, Dawn. Absolutely. I must ask that you not breathe a word of this to any of the others at the Rising Stones, especially Philamen. Philamen. I will brief Tartu on what we have learned, as well as Urianger. He may have insight into what the word told us. As for you, Omega, after all you have done, I would say you have earned a rest. But speaking of well-earned rewards, I received a missive from Sir Aymeric while you were away. It would seem he is planning a ceremony of some sort and would like you to attend. He did not divulge the details, preferring instead to explain in person. Mayhap you should pay him a visit. Lovely. Time for us to go. See, I have a koala. Is that really, you know, is there anything better? Maybe. The platypus and also the frog. But I have a koala on my shoulder. Oh my god, he's so tiny. He's just so much smaller than the rest. I love him. Let's go! Incredible. He's my son. This is my baby Yoda. My Porco Grogu. Alright. Time to head back to Foundation. Master Ocelot, the Lord Commander left instructions that you were to be shown inside.
A pleasure to see you again, my friend. I take it you received our invitation. Good, good. You of all people should be present.
Yes, story speedrun time.
When the true brothers of the faith seized control of the vault, I feared the worst. Yet in adversity were we blessed with the promise of peace between man and dragon through Vidofnir's timely rescue of an innocent child. Timely, I say, though miraculous or providential might better describe the event. The gods themselves could not have devised a more fitting symbol of hope. Needless to say, we could scarce let such an opportunity pass us by. Which is why I set about making formal arrangements for a peace conference between our peoples.
My shock in my face.
You and yours have done more to bring us together than any, and it is only right that you attend. But I confess that is not the only reason I would be glad to have you there. Given Nidhogg's implacable opposition to the peace, it is possible that he and his followers may attempt to disrupt proceedings, in which event your presence would be a comfort to all in attendance. Pray understand, I have no wish to invite the worm's ire. But if our fractured nation is to heal, if we are to move forward as a people united, then we must do whatever is necessary to bring about lasting change. Tis nothing. Tis nothing. Lucia cautioned me against giving vent to my passions, lest my wounds reopen.
Aymeric needs to rest too.
It has not been easy reaching out to our opponents in Ishgard, many of whom sympathized with the actions of the true brothers. But in so doing, we have limited the influence of the zealots. The people are ready, my friend. This conference must go ahead.
Conference time.
I knew you would understand. The conference will take place on the border of Ishgardian and Iranian territory in Falcon's Nest. Lucia is there, seeing to the final preparations even as we speak. Pray join her at your earliest convenience. 'Twould not do for the guest of honor to arrive late, after all.
We be nodding.
And, one more thing. A drink. We should make time for one. Once the conference is concluded, I mean. By my reckoning, 'tis long overdue.
I love that. Aymric's like, can we get a drink after? Let me think about it. What is going on here? Yes. Triple nod in one scene, baby. Let's go. You really had to think about that one. Really had to think about that nod, as if it was his first time. I've never nodded before. The Lord Commander said you would come, Omega. Exposition hands. As you can see, preparations for the conference are proceeding apace. Mark well the curtain above. It conceals a relief that will be unveiled during the conference. The Masons labor day and night to see it finished on schedule. Sir Aymeric wanted a symbol which would endure long after this conference is concluded. I think he might be pleased with the result. 'Twas not my war, but I made it mine, and to see it draw closer to a resolution fills me with a strange hope. His faith is infectious, is it not? His certainty that we can be better than we are. Forgive me, I am rambling. You must be tired from your journey. Go, rest. I will not keep you. If you would rather not take a rest, then why not take a walk around Falcon's Nest, make your presence known to the people and so forth. In addition to those who have come from far and wide to attend this ceremony, you may meet Lords Artorial and Emanuelaine, who have graciously volunteered their services. They should be glad to see you. Now, if you would excuse me, I must needs return to my duties. Character reunions. No, unfortunately, we've been having a few issues throughout the whole stream with stream lagging, so I do apologize. There's nothing I can do about it. It's just a weird day today, I suppose. But yeah, the stream is dipping at certain points. There's nothing wrong with my internet. It's just, unfortunately, not working. I don't think it's died completely, because it's still going. It's just going to be a little bit of lag at the moment, sadly. It's just one of those days. I might only stream for a little bit longer because of this, unfortunately. Because, yeah, it seems that there's some issues with maybe my service, I don't know, but my internet's running fine because I've done a speed test and everything is normal. So it might be a YouTube thing, it could be an OBS thing, who knows, but unfortunately there's nothing I can do about it. So I might only stream for a short while longer, sadly, because of it. I was planning to complete the whole patch 3.2 today in one stream like we did with 3.1, but not working out, so I'll have to reschedule another stream in a few days. Do you know when everything's set to begin? I wasn't sure how many might come, so I thought it best to come early and find a spot with a great view. When I heard that Sir Aymeric was planning to make a speech, I knew I couldn't miss it. I mean, the man risked his own neck to rescue those hostages. How often do we get heroes like that in this day and age? And he's more than a fighter too, he's a thinker, he is. He's got plans to better our lives, to change things. And he'll do it by the Fury. Me and my friends and family, we all believe he can do it. Yeah, all of my viewers just got banished, sadly, so I think, like, the live died for a second, and then everyone was kicked off of it, which is weird that it does that. I haven't had that happen before. Usually my stream just dies completely and then just lags for ages if I've ever had those issues. But yeah, this is abnormal. This hasn't happened before. Bloody exciting, isn't it? Not just peace with the dragons, but with all them heretics besides. Don't misunderstand, we've all got a healthy fear of being bathed in dragon fire. That being said, the heretics did far more to hinder our efforts here in the past, so hearing that we're close to a reconciliation comes as a great relief. Redwald. I'm glad to see the rumors were true. Well met, Master Ocelot, and fear not, I've no intention of begging your aid with this or that. Everything appears to be in order. My only lingering concern is that one of the convictors might not have been informed of our plans. As I recall, Vidofnia may pass directly over their encampment. The last thing we need is a glory-seeking nobleman attempting to slay a Dravanian ambassador at a peace conference. How's the stream quality going at the moment, guys? Is the lagging really bad? How much has changed since we fought alongside each other in the vault? If you had told me then that we would soon be hosting a peace conference, I would have thought you a naive fool. Yet here we are, preparing to make that fantasy a reality. Ha! And here I am, laboring to make it so. Lord Artorial, if I may. Certainly, First Commander, how may I be of service? Some of the convictors are refusing to stand down. The majority were willing to do so, but a small party have instead pledged to engage any Dravanians bound for Falcon's Nest. Fury take me, they would defy Sir Americ's commands if they dare attack Vidofnir. It will not come to that, but to see that it does not, we must needs hasten to their encampment. They should be far more reluctant to oppose us were a Lord of House Fortomps present. I understand completely. Let us depart at once. But ere we do, I must ask, would you look after Emelane, I fucking cannot say this dude's name, Emanelaine, while we are away. Fucking Marmalade. Marmalade. As you know, he has ever been an impulsive, changeable child, but recently he seems to have been suffering from a bout of melancholy. I thought it to lift his spirits by having him assist with guard duty, a simple but honourable charge, unlikely to expose him to danger given the presence of so many other knights. Alas, he has taken no interest, and I fear he may abandon his post in my absence. All I ask is that you keep an eye on him until I return, exhausting though that may be. Thank you, my friend. I promise we will not be long. Yeah, so I have people saying that it's fine, but for me, all I'm looking at is my stream just says it's in the red, constantly dropping frames, which is really, really annoying. So look, it's just too distracting for me, unfortunately, and it's souring the mood, bringing it down with this technical issues. Technical issues always make me really upset as well, because it's literally like something that you just can't even fix. You just have to suffer the consequences. So I'm just gonna bring this stream to a close, sadly. We're gonna end it earlier than intended. I did plan to do all of 3.2 today, but I will reschedule another stream in a few days' time, and we will try again. But thank you so much for joining me for today's Final Fantasy XIV stream. I really appreciate you guys showing up and dealing with all the silliness today. That was unexpected, but I had a great time. Still really enjoyed the raid, and also enjoyed some of this story progress as well, which was a lot of fun. But we haven't unlocked flying in this area specifically yet. No, only in the hinterlands and stuff. But thank you so much for joining me, everyone. I hope you had a good time. Sorry about the technical issues and the abrupt cutoff for the stream, but we will be back and continuing in a few days' time. I will see you soon.